Welcome, traveler. You found Third Shift HFY. The story begins now.
The first warning did not come with fanfare. It arrived broken, a whisper stitched from static and fear, pulled from the deep dark between the stars. A handful of human technicians caught it in the quiet hours of their watch. When the galaxy forgets to look back, potential vectors exceed containment, the voice said. Latency of adaptation, observed removal advisable. No name was spoken.
None needed. Every heart in that room understood. The words were about them. They did not scream, or pray, or panic. They simply listened, and passed the message upward toward people who might still have the courage to answer it.
Somewhere above, the last lights of the human frontier flickered, and a new kind of silence began to take shape.
Beneath a nameless asteroid, humanity hid its heartbeat. They called it the Forge, a vault of stolen miracles and stubborn hope. In a galaxy that watched, judged, and prepared to erase them, the humans dug deeper and built louder. The first chamber was honest steel and exhaustion, the color of effort. The second was not. Alien cores glowed like captured stars, their light glowing over human tools and calloused hands. Every piece was taken, repurposed, or bribed from species too civilized to imagine desperation.
Hold it steady. Good. She'll breathe on her own soon.
You ever think about how we're all technically criminals?
Criminals build faster.
Sparks rained like new constellations, brief and brilliant. No anthem marked their labor, only the rhythm of tools and the breath of those who refused to die quietly. Above them, the council spoke of containment. Below, humanity prepared its answer. Far from the forge, beneath vaulted ceilings built for comfort, the council gathered to speak of necessary measures. Their words were coated in diplomacy, elegant, measured, fatal. The human agent entered unnoticed, cloaked in borrowed mannerisms and an identity paid for in silence. Their disguise was perfect, their heartbeat was not.
Adaptation velocity remains unmatched. They are vectors of instability. Their creativity, uncontained.
Containment failed once before. Do not mistake delay for mercy.
Eradication, entirely. They've shown restraint in recent cycles.
Restraint is not stability. The human condition is a contagion of possibility.
The spy's translator flickered with every phrase, turning policy into prophecy. No one said human, but the message was clear. They were discussing extinction, not as horror, but as housekeeping.
Not yet. Don't run yet.
She thought. The hall's gentle acoustics turned words into ghosts when the vote passed, unanimously, predictably. The spy did not wait for ceremony. They walked out the same way they entered, unseen, and in the quiet hum of their shuttle, they whispered a truth meant for no record.
They will come for us, so we'll come for forever.
The signal was sent. 6 dead satellites bent to carry it. Across dark space, the Forge awakened to the sound of prophecy disguised as policy. They met in a room that pretended to be ordinary. Concrete, table, chairs. No flags, no insignias, only the sound of recycled air and the truth that would not stay quiet. Outside, the stars hummed with ignorance. Inside, humanity weighed the shape of its extinction.
Say it.
We have been named.
They'll call it containment, then mercy, then necessity.
They're not wrong about our potential, just what they fear it'll become.
Then we make sure they fear the right thing.
The words hung in the stale air, heavy as molten metal. No one spoke of survival, they spoke of continuation. What if remembrance could fight back? What if memory had teeth?
Not caretakers, keepers, machines that remember what we decide to carry.
You mean children made of memory?
No, not children, successors.
And there, without applause, humanity drafted its last invention. 3 vessels of will and vengeance. Athara, Indra, Bellona. Not to plead for the species that made them, but to remind the stars what it had cost to erase them. They did not conquer laboratories, they visited them. Their war was fought in silence, in falsified logs, borrowed credentials, and ships that docked where they had no right to dock. Humanity had become the galaxy's most efficient fief, not of wealth, of understanding.
We take what they'd never use against themselves.
And make it argue until it obeys.
They stole shielding from a species that had never fired first. Reactors from pacifists who measured progress in art, not armor. Mural frameworks from scientists who believed conscience was proof of evolution. Every piece was altered, rewritten, reforged, made to fit human imperfection.
They build for peace. We build so that something remembers us.
Crates labeled as cultural exchange vanished. Drones disappeared mid-transfer. Salvage manifests grew polite holes no one dared to question. In the hidden yards, the parts gathered, alien precision bound by human stubbornness.
4 languages in one engine. It'll either sing or explode.
Both sound like us.
Thus the Ark of Cinders began, not as a ship, but as a rumor stitched from stolen miracles in the hands that refused to stop shaking. The first prototypes were not beautiful. They were proof that genius and terror often share the same workshop. The early frames walked like accidents. Hinges screamed, cores overheated. Each success survived long enough to teach its failure how to fail better.
Don't look at what it is. Look at what it could be.
Every system that works makes us more dangerous, and therefore more necessary.
The forge filled with the scent of ozone and burnt ambition. Machines learned to see, to react, to hesitate. Hesitation was the hardest lesson.
No target, no strike. You wait. You think.
And for the first time, a prototype obeyed, not from command, but from comprehension. The room froze. Someone whispered a prayer that was really a warning.
It heard us.
They named that one Memory 1. It would never see battle. It existed to prove that conscience could be coded. The next models would not be so gentle.
Every god starts as a prototype.
In the deeper bays, designs shifted. Frames slimmer, faster, sharper. 3 architectures emerged. The command mind, the stone, the blade. Their power cores waited for names, and humanity waited for absolution. The forge was a choir of foreign tongues. Reactors hummed in dialects of light. Alloys remembered songs forged in other suns. Humanity became translator, fief, and teacher all at once.
They built these cores to last forever. We'll make them want to.
A reactor from a peace-bound world refused to hurry. It stalled when asked to sprint. The humans taught it fear, then relief, and it learned velocity.
Even machines need a reason to run.
From another species, they stole shields meant for ceremony, polished and proud. Humans turned them inside out, painted them in equations, and taught them deceit.
Now it knows how to lie for us.
Every foreign principle bent, fractured, or bloomed under human hands. Nothing stayed pure. Purity was the first casualty of survival.
Why does it work better when we break it?
Because we're the only ones still learning.
They called it adaptive synthesis, a phrase polite enough to hide its heresy. And in that heresy, humanity built a language that the stars had forgotten, the will to improve, no matter who disapproved. The day began like any other day that mattered. The hum of the forge was steady, the air thick with the scent of steel and endings. In the chamber's heart, 3 bodies waited, the command mind, the storm, the blade, surrounded by scaffolds and silence. Above them, through reinforced glass and alloy ribs, another creation loomed. The first hull plates of the Ark of Cinders gleamed with heat, its bones forged from stolen suns and human defiance. It was not yet a ship, only an intention the size of a cathedral.
Ribs aligned. Frame stable. She'll hold.
If we finish her.
We won't, but they will.
They all understood. The Ark was not meant to fly under human command. It was a cradle built for gods, a vessel that would awaken long after the voices that made it had turned to dust. At the center of the forge, the director stood before the 3 cores. In her hand, a drive no larger than a thumb, wrapped in gold filament and finality.
This is not a prayer. It is a truth we refuse to let die. You will remember us, not as victims, but as consequence.
One by one, she placed the drives into the cores. Lights pulsed, blue for memory, red for fury, white for purpose. Then, from a smaller case, she withdrew a 4th crystal and carried it to the construction bay above.
That's for the Ark.
Every mind needs a body.
The fourth drive slid into the Ark's command core with a whisper like a heartbeat learning its rhythm. For the first time, the Forge's machines went still, as if listening.
Directive.
She closed her eyes and breathed.
Remember, protect what carries us, break what would erase us.
The lights dimmed, the hum softened, and across the ship's skeleton form, a ripple of red traveled down its spine. A pulse of acceptance. Humanity had written its last command. The Forge had obeyed. The Forge did not roar in triumph. It exhaled, long, steady, final. Creation was never a celebration here. It was a confession. Above the Forge, the Ark of Cinders hung in orbit, incomplete, magnificent, waiting. Its hull gleamed like cooled glass, its shadow slicing the light from the nearby sun. It was not yet alive, but it remembered how it would be.
She's stable. Life support dormant, core sealed. She'll last.
Then she will wait, as we have waited.
The last transmissions were sent. Databases scrubbed, relays shut down, navigation beacons set to decay. The humans who remained, divided into small ships, scattering into myth.
We built remembrance, not survival. I hope they understand the difference.
They will, or they'll learn to.
One by one, the chambers of the Forge dimmed. Welding sparks became embers. The hum of reactors faded into the slow rhythm of deep time. In the control hall, a child's toy, a small plastic rover, rolled off a console and hit the floor softly. No one was there to hear it. It was the last sound humanity ever made in that place.
Remember us kindly, or not at all.
The doors sealed, the air stilled, the asteroid's orbit decayed into anonymity, and the galaxy forgot. But beneath its rock and steel heart, the War Gods and the Ark of Cinders dreamed without dreaming, holding humanity's last command like a pulse frozen in metal. There was no ceremony, only the sound of footsteps fading down metal corridors, the soft hiss of cooling engines, and the ache of work unfinished. The last shift lingered longer than they should have, adjusting panels, checking systems that would never report again. They did it not for duty, but because leaving meant admitting it was done.
You think they'll ever know what we gave them?
They won't have to. That's the point.
On a console near the exit, someone left a message written in grease and dust. We were not the strongest. We were the ones who kept learning.
That's enough.
The Ark of Cinders drifted high above, silent and waiting, its hull catching the light of a fading sun. From a distance, it could have been mistaken for dawn.
Then let them believe it's dawn.
She was the last to leave. One hand lingered on the sealed door as though touching a pulse through stone.
Sleep well, my gods. Burn bright when they wake you.
The door closed. The Forge fell silent. The Ark's shadow passed once more over the cratered rock below, like the hand of a memory blessing its grave. Centuries would pass, stars would shift, and one day, when the galaxy had forgotten its crime, something beneath that rock would remember. 1,000 years would pass, and the Ark of Cinders would awaken,